And hello, I'm the Noble Playing Guide. Hey, welcome. And so 2024 kicked off with a bit of a mediocre bang and also a hell of a controversy. So we've had a massive divide in the community over one particular thing, and that's the step up summon, because it's now split into two between super and extreme. And people are saying, oh, before you needed 600 stones to do all three rounds, now you need 1,200. And for some point, I can agree with that. Immediately you're just drawn to the fact that it's super and extreme, and that you just think that they're just trying to scam you out of more money, right? It's just money grabbing. Oh no. But I'm here to probably try and say, I'm not trying to defend them, but I'm saying it's probably a smart move on the end. Now, the reason why it's going to be a smart move is you can hunt better for a unit if it's super or extreme. That's simple. Let's say you wanted physical God Goku, right? You missed him back in Saiyan Day, and he's never really returned. So this is a chance. Now, if he was smushed in together with the extremes, the chance of you pulling a guaranteed lead from last year's teams will be that much harder. When we have this step four is that's like a 2023 LR, and we're talking like yellow coin LR, right? So, in which case, if you wanted, say, Bulma, and she is absolutely busted, then having all the extreme ones in there would make it a hell of a lot harder. So this is nice, and it's broken down so you can try and hunt for. I mean, this is more newer player friendly, right? Because you can then tailor towards super class or extreme class. Now, for most people, we probably have a ton of superclass, and it's admittedly probably extreme class that we could probably do with, right? And I did a round on this just to see how it went, and honestly, I was a bit disappointed in terms. But you get two LRs, of which, and a whole bunch of these can be easy aid, right? And then of course you you can get like a top end category lead. Hell, Turles is on this. Physical Turles came out November, right? And he's on this banner, which is absolutely insane. There's people who are going to get this unit and then more. Two guaranteed LRs. AGL Boo came out just before the 8th anniversary. He is one of the best LRs going in the game right now. Ridiculous power. He has like guard, and he has a fantastic leader skill, and what he does is insane. We have an Easy A one as well, like Easy A Rose. Oof, damn. One of the best LRs as well, top 10, because he's just so powerful. But then you have a look at the super class. You got like Go Goku, you have LR Bulma, you have Easy A Super Saiyan Goku, who only just came out quite recently. I mean, no, maybe he's about a year old, right? But the point is, he's still really good. So we're able to split this down, and it's easier to hunt. That's basically it. Now, so in this case, you only still have to spend your 600 stones, assuming you go for full three rounds, right? Because it's 200 stones a pop. Throughout the missions, you'll have the whole of January, you'll have enough stones to do one round on one of them. So you'll have 200 stones to have a mess around with between missions and easy A's and all that, and then like the top grossing, etc. So we'll have a look at this particular banner because it's very generous what they've done, and there's a lot of good units. I mean, we're talking quality units from 2023 and barely just gone. So we're talking like Kale was the first Dokkenfest entering the just after the 8th anniversary. Little small one before the worldwide download celebration. Then we're talking this guy who came out alongside the Imp Piccolo. He is absolutely broken. Yamcha came out almost a year ago now, and he's still fairly good. God Goku, Saiyan Day, we all know how good he is. Bardock's really good at controlling the battlefield early on. Kid Goku, Path to Power Kid Goku is also extremely busted. And we're talking like some of the lesser known ones, right? We're talking like this guy's had his Easy A in the worldwide download celebration and is really strong. So did this guy, and he's really strong. Kaioken Goku as well, really strong. Easy A LR Gohan, and these guys are still, I mean, arguably you could still put them in the top 10 LRs. I haven't for several reasons, but they are absolutely ridiculous. right? And this is just some of the people that you can get. And we're talking like it doesn't so much tell us who is around in this because it might. I wonder if there's a list of which seed you can get. Here we go. Um, no, not as such, no. But these are some of the main featured units that you can get. So that's pretty good. When we're talking one potential LR guaranteed here, so this will be an LR that's had an Easy A. LR Superclass Easy A's. So we're talking this guy. We're talking this guy. Off the top of my head, you really got me thinking now. But then in like one category leader guaranteed, and we're talking like a 170%. You could walk away with Realm of Gods. You could walk away with Universe 7 Tournament to Power. You could walk away with Universe 6, World Tournament, Earthbred Fighters, Pure Hybrid Saiyans. I mean, you name it. This one is a much more brand new recent. Looks like Bulma, and that came out about middle-ish, just before the 8th anniversary. So she is insane. And of course this. So we have some extremely good people on here. Perhaps what people are most interested in is it's the extreme one, right? It's a chance to get LR Boo. It's a chance to get Easy A Broly. It's a chance to get physical Turlers, right? We're looking at LR Final Form Cooler. It's still one of the most hotly requested units going. I mean, and just look at this list. Ink Goku Black recently had his Easy A less than half a year ago, same as Zamasu, and they're absolutely bonkers, right? And in fact, most of these, I mean, it's what he's brand new, fair enough. These are brand new, fair enough. These are, I mean, would you have summoned on these? Maybe. So these three are fairly brand new. You know, LR Cooler, Raditz is a bit on the older side. Ginyu's still busted. He's okay. Kid Buu is actually still pretty good. Metal Cooler's Easy A is somewhat recent. I mean, this is a really strong one. So again, you could look for these and you could get it. And yes, LR Buu is indeed on this. He's not on the list, but we're talking like AGL LR Buu. So it's good in the sense that you can hunt for your units better. But it's worse if you're just looking at it at face value where you want to do everything. But you'd be a fool if you did, because doing it this way, you'd have an idea of where you want your stones to go. And I think that's basically it. It's more navigable. It's more user friendly. It's more new player friendly, which is the biggest thing they've got, because that's how the game grows. So you're just going to have to deal with that. But on top of which, it just gives us flexibility, right? And it's not as if they shafted us with some terrible old units. Hell, the oldest, honestly, you could say like this is the oldest unit going, but it's had an Easy A and is fairly good. I mean, what's the oldest? The oldest unit on here is what, Yamcha, or maybe this guy, but they're both pretty good. So yeah, fair enough. And who's the oldest unit on this? Is it? I mean, you'd say these, but like they've had, probably him because he's a few years old, but he still is relevant. Raditz, maybe. Captain Ginyu, was he 2022? So again, he's had his Easy A, so it's not as if he's actually terrible. In fact, he's absolutely one of the strongest margins going. The only one who can beat him is literally this guy. Yeah, so that's the main reason. There are several banners open now. Again, if you wanted to summon on this, so be it. Fine. You'll know which one you want to trend towards. Bear in mind that within a week or two, we're gonna have the Super Saiyan 3 and Hirudegarn. Looks like it's STR and Int Hirudegarn. Standalone Hirudegarn, first ever. Why it's not on global now is a question we never know, but it must be coming out soon. I would imagine within a few weeks. It was the same as last year, right? It must just be within days or a few weeks away. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. This hopefully will break down as to what has been quite a controversial start to 2024's docking, right? Okay, thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, brilliant. And if you didn't, well, I hope these summons go badly for you. I'm only joking. Anyway, if you liked it, you liked it. Woohoo. If you didn't, well, sucks to be you. Thank you, and bye-bye.